Okay, good day everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Now, in today's video, we'll be looking at fundamental and derived units. Now, first of all, what is a unit or what are units? Now, a unit is a standard that is used to measure a substance. Again, a unit is a standard that is used to measure what a substance. So now let's take mass for an example. Now, the unit used to measure mass is kilogram, right? So, a unit is referred to as what? A standard that is used to measure what? A substance. Now, that is for the aspect of what? A unit. Now, what is a fundamental unit? Like I said, the topic is what? Fundamental and derived unit. So, what is a fundamental unit or what are fundamental units? Now, fundamental units are units that are independent. Now, I want you to mark that word independent. So you can either call fundamental unit, you can either call it a fundamental unit or an independent unit. What does it mean? It means that these units they don't depend on any other unit. They are independent. Example of fundamental unit, we have our length, and our length is what? Meter. Okay. We have time. Our time is what? Seconds. Okay. We have temperature. Temperature is what? Celsius or Kelvin. We also have our current, which is what? Ampere. Okay. So now this one, they call them a fundamental unit. Now, moving to the next one. What are derived units? Now, a derived unit is a unit that are dependent on the fundamental unit. Again, from the word derived unit, it means that they are units that are dependent on the fundamental unit. Now, a fundamental, like I said, is what are independent what unit. And I gave a what example. So now, examples of derived unit. We have the first one. We have area. We have number two. We have force. We have number three. We have acceleration. Okay, so now, in other words, a derived unit is gotten from the combination of two or more fundamental units. So, what does it mean? It means that if I'm to get a derived unit, I need to get two or more of my fundamental unit. Example now, area is what? Let's say meter square, right? So, this meter square consists of what? Two of the fundamental units. Remember, your meter is gotten from your length, right? So it means meter times meter. So a derived unit is a unit that is gotten from two or more of what? Our fundamental units. Fundamental. So I hope you are learning something. So now the next one is force. Force is what? Mass times acceleration. Your mass, okay, I didn't put it. Mass is in kilograms. So your mass is a fundamental unit. So it is gotten from fundamental units, two or more fundamental units. Now, acceleration is velocity over time, change in velocity over time. So now, this is a derived unit. Now, this is the difference between a fundamental and derived unit. So, in case if you are being asked, what are the difference between the both of them? First of all, a fundamental unit is what? Independent. It does not rely on any other units to get its own. Why a derived unit is what? Dependent on the fundamental unit. And these are the examples. Fundamental units, you have length, which is meter, you have time, which is second, you have temperature, which is Celsius or Kelvin, you have current, which is ampere, you also have mass, which is in what? Kilograms. And now you have derived units, area, force, you have acceleration, and so on. Now let's look at this question on the board. Okay, now, so this is the question. I said derive the following. A, force, and the B part is what? Momentum. Now, if they ask you to get the derivation or to derive anything, the first thing is that there are some steps here You need to follow them. Number one is what? Know the formula. It is very, very important. Like example now, this force, you must know the formula if you want to derive the unit. The second one is what? Clearly write out the derivative of each unit separately. And the last one is what? Join or bring them all together. So these three steps are what it takes in order to do what? Derive any unit. Now, solution. So now they said know the formula. Now, force is what? Mass times acceleration, right? So our mass is what? Kilogram, right? Acceleration is what? Change in velocity over what? Time. And what is our velocity? Our velocity is what? Meter per second divided by time is what? Second, right? So you have meter over second divided by second over 1. So you have m over s. This one will go up and this will come down times 1 over s. So it's become m over s square. Are you with me now? So now this will be m over s square slash s square. So kilogram meter per second square. So like I said, the first one is what? Know the formula. It is very, very important. So now we have done this. So force is equal to kilogram meter per second square. So now the next one is what? Momentum. Momentum. Let me clean this out. So now momentum, the symbol is this. So you have mass times velocity. That is the calculation of the formula for momentum. Mass times velocity. And your mass is what? Kilogram. Velocity is what? Distance over time. Your distance is in meter and your time is what? Seconds. So you can write it as m slash s. So kilogram meter per second. So now this is the derivative of this particular thing up here called momentum. So now I want you to do the next one and tell me your answer. So this is the question. They said derive the following density and impulse. So do this and tell me your answer in the comment section. So if you are still confused, let me know. So don't forget to subscribe and turn on notification bell to receive more videos like this. See you in my next video. Bye.